So, what do we study if we take on a Maths GCSE course? These are the 5 headings that nearly everything you'll study in Maths GCSE will come under one of these headings. So, headings are numbers, area and volume, geometry, algebra, and statistics and probability. I reckon everything you study in Maths GCSE comes more or less under those 5. So what I'm making this week of these videos is I'm making a series of overview videos. Now let's just cover this point first. There will be differences depending on whether you're taking Maths at foundation or higher level, and which exam board. The exam boards are the organisations that run the exams and mark the exams, publish the exams. And there'll be slight variations between the Maths course, but they're all basically come under those 5 headings. In any combination, whichever exam you do, foundation or higher, the 5 headings we're looking at this week are relevant. Okay, so let's get excited. These videos I'm making this week are not a Maths GCSE course. They are just an overview. They're just overviews of what you will be studying in Maths GCSE. So the objective today and the videos this week is not to learn from these videos, but get excited about learning. In each one of the videos, one video, apart from this overview, one video for each of the 5 headings that I've just shown you. I will show you some of the things, basically all the other things you'll be studying under the heading, and maybe a couple of things you'll in more detail, and maybe an exam question or 2 at the end of each one, which you won't necessarily be able to do today, but sort of motivate you maybe, or a year's time I'll be able to do that, or 2 years' time. Any Maths GCSE course, if you're doing it at school, it's going to take you 2 years, 18 months. If you're doing it at college, it might be a year. If you do it privately, it can take as long as you want, but learn at a pace that you're comfortable with. So it's not just about being able to pass the exam, though I know that will be very important to you. I get that. If you're doing it to further your career in an employer or a college, further education needs you to have Maths GCSE on your CV, then obviously that's what you're aiming for. But I hope in studying Maths you're also interested in actually being able to pick up the skills for life. It's skills for life as well as passing an exam. It's a trick you'll know at the end, and it's a problem you'll be able to solve. It's a bit of paper that you get is a good passport, but it's also about learning. Okay, so now I'm just going to run through those headings in a little bit more detail. What do we hope to get out of these 5 headings, and why do we study them? These are just overviews of overviews, and I'm going to make a video about each one, showing in rather more depth what you'll learn under these headings. Okay, numbers. So numbers are probably the first thing you learn that are part of Maths when you were sort of, I don't know, people pick these skills up at different rates, but when you were a kid, you learned to count, you learned to add numbers together, maybe multiply them together. Maybe some of these things you're not very confident about now, but they're probably the first thing you learn, but it's really part of Maths, numbers. Actually, finding what a number actually is, it gets far more technical than you might think, and it's really off the agenda for this video. I'm not going to get, when I was first planning these videos, I thought I could get really philosophical about what a number is, but not for doing Maths GCSE. What is a number? Let's just learn how to use them. Numbers are very powerful, and we spend a lot of time with numbers when we're shopping, when all sorts of things in life. And the skills you learn in the Maths GCSE were things that will be useful to you. Right. Geometry. So I'll say a lot more about what we're learning under numbers in the numbers video. Okay, geometry. Geometry is all about space and how things fit together in space, shapes and angles in particular. So we learn all about circles, angles in circles, how to measure them, how to draw them. And that is really what comes under the heading of geometry. But say, watch the geometry video, which I've not made yet, but watch the geometry video, which will be posted soon, and we'll show in rather more depth what comes under the heading geometry. So there we go, more details in the geometry video. Area and volume. Now, I wasn't whether sure to have a heading for area and volume, because area and volume could have fitted under number, or it could have fitted under geometry. In the end, I decided to make another video all just about area and volume, because it's kind of a meeting point between numbers and geometry. It's really where we're using numbers to describe space, how much space we've got. So there was a bit of an overlap. So I'm going to make a video just covering all the bits that come under area and volume in the Maths GCSE course. Algebra. Now, if numbers were the first maths you learn, what's algebra? Well, there's a lot of people, algebra is where maths started getting, oh, what's he going on about? That's the reaction I got when I taught the GCSE Maths at the local college a few years ago. What's this all about? Well, actually, let's say algebra is a language of problem solving, and it's a very powerful tool, so which is why it's included in the Maths GCSE course. And here's the thing, algebra is my favourite part of maths. Maybe I'm a geek, but my job as a maths teacher is to get that over to students and realise how useful algebra is and how important it is to master algebra. So there will be a video about algebra. My algebra video will give you an idea of the things that we can do with algebra, and that will be posted next 2 or 3 days. I'm going away next weekend, so I'm trying to get this all done by the weekend. Right, okay, statistics and probability. Now in GCSE, statistics we look at will be how we can make sense of real life information. There will be lots of graphs, charts and pictures. And the graphs, charts and pictures are probably why in my classes those people who really don't like algebra much prefer the statistics part of the course, because they can draw pictures and it all looks good and it comes out the page and it looks artistic. Probability is also a lot of fun, and we can always study it with statistics. The link between probability and statistics gets a bit clearer when you study them both a bit further. Initially they might look like a different subject, but I mean, I'm going to make a video of the two things together because they kind of fit together when you study things a bit further. You use probability to make a bit more sense of statistics sometimes. So that's why they come under the same category. Okay, so let's just look what's coming up. That's my overview of the overview, and there's going to be more overview videos for each one over the next few days. There's the 5 headings again: numbers, area and volume, geometry, algebra, and statistics and probability. That tends to be kind of the order that I sometimes, a lot of schemes of work in colleges I've taught in, it comes in over that order, but I mean, when I'm sort of tutoring, I kind of take bits out of each, so no one gets a bit bogged down in any category. But they're the five areas. Now, whether you're studying Maths GCSE at school or college, or on your own, online, this is the advert bit, online tuition help is available from Tackle Maths. Just follow the link in the description of my website, and if you need help in maths, either doing on your own or as extra help over what your teachers help you with, I'm a maths tutor, that's my business. Okay, so follow the link and contact me if you want more help. Okay, thank you much for watching the first of these videos, and I need to go on about the second one now.